Hey everybody, I'm back. This is part 2. So if you did not see part 1 of my brain aneurysm testimony, make sure you go check that out. But this is part 2. Trying to see where I left off at, but like my brain function is great, and I just owe it all to Jesus. You feel me? But when my kid's dad told me what happened, I was in rehab. You feel me? After I had the brain aneurysm, I couldn't do nothing. Like, you know how a baby is learning how to walk, learning how to talk. That's pretty much what I experienced. You feel me? I couldn't do none of that. I couldn't do nothing. Like, say for instance, how you doing? How you doing? Say for instance, like when you lay your head back on a pillow and you can like lift your head up like this. I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't even do it. It felt like a ton of bricks was literally on my head. I could not lift it up. Like when I try to lift my head up, I couldn't do it, y'all. You know how you can just sit on a chair and like you just have your balance, like it just comes so normal. I couldn't do that. If I sat on the chair, I would like topple over, like, you know how like this? I would topple over like I'm about to fall. You know how people behind your back, you know, just saying certain stuff, and you could like easily like look over your shoulder, turn your head and look over your shoulder to see, you know, who's making that noise or where it's coming from. I couldn't do that. Like when I try to turn my head, it was just so stiff. Like when I say God is just so good. So in the rehab, I pretty much had to relearn how to do all of that. And by me having a brain aneurysm, it caused a stroke on my right side. So not only did I have a brain aneurysm, it caused a stroke. So my right side was affected, and I'm right-handed. So to lose the usage of your right hand, being right-handed, it was really hard. So I had to learn how to do everything over. You feel me? I remember one time when I was in a rehab, when I wrote something. I tried to write. I think I was writing with my left hand at the time, and of course I couldn't write. I'm not left-handed, so I was trying to write something with my left hand. And then one of the nurses came in. She was like, "Oh, that's so cute. Did your child write that?" All I could do was just laugh. I was like, "Nah, I wrote that." You feel me? And I also lost. Okay, since I had the brain aneurysm, it caused me to be to have high blood pressure. So I take medicine for my high blood pressure. But I can actually say, since I got closer to God, since I read my Bible, since I pray, I'm supposed to take medicine, to take 3 pills a day. I only take a pill once a day or either twice a day, and that's because of God. Also, since I had the brain aneurysm, it caused double vision. So sometimes I see 2. You feel me? But I'm just grateful that I still have my vision, because I could have lost my vision. So just to have double vision and to have my vision is a blessing. Also, while I was in rehab, I lost my sense of smelling, so I couldn't smell nothing. I remember one time when I was changing my daughter, well, attempting to change her in a rehab. I think the nurse came in. I had just threw the boo-boo diaper in the garbage, and the nurse was like, like, what's that smell? You feel me? And I was like, I couldn't smell nothing, because my sense of smelling was gone, but it did return to me a little bit after that. I'm gonna get into that a little later, but my smelling was gone. And when I was in rehab, I'm gonna get into that. I don't want to get into the whole detail for certain reasons, but I pretty much had to do everything over. I had to learn how to brush my teeth. I had to learn how to do hair again. I had to learn how to pretty much just do everything over. You feel me? But God is just so good, and He do everything for a reason. It's a reason that I didn't read that instructions on the pill bottle, because like I said, God do everything for a reason. I had a mindset, and I used to say to myself, like, I'm gonna serve God when I get old. And y'all know what old to me means. Like, you feel me? You up there, like you're an elder. And God was like, no, no ma'am. Like, you gotta serve me right now. You feel me? So I was 28 when it happened to me. And I'm 32 years old now. So I was young and I was a little frustrated. Cause I'm like, I'm so young, and why did this happen to me? You feel me? And my mom had to let me see, like, you should be grateful to be alive, because some people didn't even make it. And I had to really realize, yeah, you're right about that. So now, right now, when people ask me, like, make sure about the brain aneurysm, I tell them, like, yeah, I'm happy that it happened, because it brought out my purpose. It brought me to see God. To see me, how God see me. Because I used to have low self-esteem. Like, even in the past, I wouldn't even dare do a video. You feel me? Like, and I also owe it all to Shamika Dean. She also has a YouTube as well. Shamika Dean, Shamieka. Last name is Dean, Dean. So make sure you go check her out as well. And like I mentioned to you earlier, check out also my other friend as well. She do videos on YouTube as well. Shanice is Shanice. Sorry, y'all. Let me just hurry get off before they cut me off again. But pretty much it's just my testimony. I don't want to get too much detail, what happened, but I am gonna come with a part 3. But the qualifications for me to get a part 3 is pretty much y'all gotta like and share. I gotta have at least 5,000 or more views and 5,000 or more likes. And I know some people might be like, you see how many subscribers you got right now? How we gonna do that? Exactly. I'm gonna need y'all to do y'all part. You feel me? Like when y'all got a new recipe, how you put the little food on the spoon and you give it to your little babe. You're like, hey babe, try this food, try this. You sharing, ain't it? Well, I'm gonna need y'all to share my message. Yeah, share my message, y'all, with everybody. You feel me? So I can get 5,000 views and 5,000 subscribers. You feel me? I got faith just like that. By the end of this year, I know I'm gonna get that. You feel me? I'm gonna speak it. So I'm gonna need y'all to do your part and share. You feel me? Share, like, and comment in order for you to get part 3. And I'm gonna tell pretty much what happened a little bit, getting more in detail what happened in the rehab. And when I got home up until right now, when I'm faced with what's going on right now. So make sure you like and share. Y'all have a blessed day. Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? Yesterday when I was giving my testimony of my brain aneurysm, I left some details out on accident, and it was brought to my remembrance. So I just wanted to come back in real quick and pretty much let you know what I was, what I left out. If y'all are wondering about the mark on my throat right here, that is a result of the brain aneurysm. As I explained, I was in intensive care after I had the brain surgery, and how my throat is set up, like even before I had the brain aneurysm, I get mucus in my throat a lot, so I have to like hawk it up and spit it out in order for me to breathe correctly. So of course when I was in intensive care, I was like unconscious. And that's another thing that I forgot to mention. I was in a coma for a week, and I was on a breathing machine, so I couldn't breathe without the machine. But they didn't want to risk, the doctors, they didn't want to risk me choking on my saliva, so they did a I think it's called a tracheotomy, where they take your trach out, or in other words, your voice box, take it out in order for you to breathe correctly and be able to suction, take out the mucus, so to clear your passageway in order for you to breathe correctly. So that's pretty much what this mark is for. So if you see when you see a tube, as I inserted with the pictures before, if you see the little white tube, that was the trach. You feel me? So I couldn't talk, and when I was in the rehab, I guess I didn't really realize that what happened to my voice, because I didn't really try to talk. But my kid's dad told me what happened, and I couldn't say nothing. But he did form a way to speak with me, to speak to me, to comprehend. You feel me? Like to talk with me, even though I couldn't really speak. You feel me? So just like a person who can't speak, but they can do sign language to speak. this was pretty much what the doctors also gave me, a sign language like little diagram, but I kind of tossed that out because I was I was influenced to like get my voice back. You feel me? Like, I don't know what was the recommendations in order for me to have my voice back put in, but I don't know. I just know I kept crying because I was a mess. I was like, it was something I never even dealt with before. Not to be able to talk, like, can you just imagine to want to say something, to want to speak, because you always been speaking, and you can't speak at all. Whatever you want to say, it's like only in your head. You can only say it in your mind. That's how I felt. Like, I wanted to say some things, but I couldn't speak. And sometimes right now, I get tired of talking, like, repeat myself to my kids. But then I have to realize, like, remember a point in time where you can't even speak at all. What if you couldn't even speak to your kids at all? Feel me? What if you can even use your voice at all to say nothing to them? So, like, I'm reminded of that, and I'm very grateful to have my voice put back in. Also, I forgot to mention my right side of my ear. As a result, I'm not going to say deaf, but very hard of hearing. And I believe God that I will get my hearing back on my right side of my ear. So I can only hear out of my left side. When I first realized what happened, of course I was in a rehab, and I heard like a ringing, like a non-stop ringing in my ear, and then it died down eventually to the point I can't really hear out this ear, out my right side of my ear. So like I said, I'm believing God that He's going to heal me, so you feel me, that's not going to be a big issue. And let me see if I'm missing anything else. Like I said, I'm not going to get into total details because different reasons I'm going to discuss later. And also because I have another part 3. If you heard earlier, it's the exact same video, but just listen back a little earlier as I was saying the qualifications. In order for you to get a part 3, I gotta have 5,000 or more likes, well, not likes, but views, as well as 5,000 or more subscribers. Now, that's not too hard because I have faith and because y'all gonna do y'all part and share. Feel me? Share with anybody, with everybody. I think that's pretty much it. But y'all have a blessed day. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm back again. Tell me why I just thought about something else that I left out. Okay. Fast forward. I'm sorry, not fast forward, but backtrack back to before I went to the rehab, when I was about to leave intensive care. I was out off and on, like, in it and then out of it, in it and out of it. So some things that I was experiencing was like a dream, and then some things were like actually happening. You feel me? So I think this actually happened. I'm not sure. It could have been a dream, but 9 times out of 10, I think this actually happened. I was in the, of course, the hospital bed, and I remember one of the nurses that was attending to me. Like, I had a picture of me and my son. I'm gonna insert the picture too. But I had a picture of me and my son on the table. The previous how I looked previously with me and my son when he was a baby. And then the nurse looked at the picture, and then she looked at the bed at me, and she was like, "Oh my God, that's her." And all I could do was just cry, because as you can see in the pictures, like, you can tell I really went through it. You feel me? Like, right now, what you see, it's a blessing, it's a miracle, because thank God I don't look how I used to look when that happened to me. That's how I know God is just so good and just so real. So, you feel me? Just a lot of things else, you feel me? But like I said, I'm not going to get into too much details. Hopefully I'm not missing nothing else out. Oh yeah, and then another thing, also before I went to rehab, I remember one of the doctors saying, "Oh, you're lucky to be alive." I couldn't speak at the time because I had the trach done, but I was saying in my mind, like, I'm not lucky at all. I'm blessed. You feel me? And a lot of times, I got the video, like I said, It's called Lucky Not Blessed. I think it's like that, but check that out if you didn't hear that message. But a lot of times people like to say, especially worldly people, they like to say, oh, you're lucky to be alive, or you're lucky this happened. Oh wow, luck don't have nothing to do with it. It's blessings. You feel me? As you see throughout the Bible, you don't see lucky as a man that does this and that. Lucky is a man that's humble. Lucky is a man that's meek. You see blessed. You feel me? So I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. So, just make sure you share, you like. Hopefully I'm not missing nothing else. Y'all have a blessed day.